It was January 23, 1959, when 10 experienced hikers from the Ural Polytechnic Institute set out on what was supposed to be the adventure of a lifetime. Led by 23-year-old Igor Dyatlov, the group planned to trek through the freezing Ural Mountains in the Soviet Union. They were young, full of energy, and well prepared for extreme conditions. But what they didn't know was that this journey would be their last. Days passed, and the hikers failed to send any messages back home. Concerned families waited for news, but none came. Finally, on February 20th, a search team was sent into the mountains. What they found was beyond disturbing. The first clue was their tent, found abandoned on the mountainside. But it wasn't just empty. The fabric had been slashed open from the inside. It was as if the hikers had fled in panic, escaping into the freezing wilderness with no shoes, no coats, not even proper clothes for the brutal cold. Then, one by one, the bodies were found. Some of the hikers were found near the edge of the forest, as if they had tried to build a fire, but others were discovered deeper in the snow, and the condition of their bodies raised terrifying questions. 3 of the hikers had suffered gruesome injuries. 1 had a fractured skull, 2 had broken ribs, and 1 was missing her tongue. The most disturbing part? There were no external wounds to explain these brutal injuries. It was as if something had crushed them from the inside. Investigators were baffled. The scene made no sense. There were no signs of an avalanche, no other human footprints, and no evidence of an animal attack. Theories started to emerge, and some were more terrifying than others. Some believe the hikers accidentally stumbled upon a secret Soviet military experiment, perhaps a weapons test. Witnesses even reported seeing strange orange lights in the sky that night. Could they have been killed for discovering something they weren't supposed to? Others claim that something unnatural was lurking in the mountains that night. Some theories suggest a violent Yeti attack, while others believe an unseen force, possibly supernatural, drove them to insanity, forcing them to flee in terror. Could it be the work of a creature that science refuses to acknowledge? One of the strangest yet scientifically supported theories suggests infrasound waves. Low-frequency vibrations caused by wind patterns could have triggered extreme panic, causing the hikers to hallucinate and flee in fear. Could their own minds have been their worst enemy? Over 60 years later, the Dyatlov Pass Incident remains one of history's greatest mysteries. What really happened that night? Was it a natural disaster, a government cover-up, or something beyond human understanding? We may never know, but one thing is certain. Whatever the hikers saw that night, it terrified them enough to flee into certain death. What do you think happened to the Dyatlov hikers? Drop your theories in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more chilling mysteries.